Let me tell you a story about Watford Football Club. It all started in the 2017-18 season. The club appointed Marco Silva as their manager and decided to invest in his attacking philosophy. He expressed the need for wide plays, and the club secured the services of Deulofeu on loan from Barcelona, as well as the infamous Richarlison, who signed for a reported £11 million. The club's opening fixture was a home game against Liverpool. It was a 6-goal thriller, with the Watford drawing level in the 94th minute. Fast forward 8 games into the campaign, and the open, attractive football that Silva envisaged saw Watford occupy 4th spot. Subsequently, it was around this time that Everton saw the Portuguese manager as a fit for them and reportedly made contact with Silva. After a period of about 4 months with the lackluster performances, the Watford manager was sacked on the 21st of January 2018, with the club releasing an official statement which reads, I quote, "An unwarranted approach by a Premier League rival that caused a significant deterioration in both focus and results to the point where the long-term future of Watford Football Club has been jeopardized." I unquote. At the time of his sacking, Watford had one league win in their previous 10 fixtures. According to The Independent, in February 2019, Everton agreed to pay Watford £4 million in compensation in response to this claim. Javi Garcia was appointed as the new manager and rallied the team to a respectable 14th place league finish. Ahead of the 2018-19 season, Watford secured the permanent transfer of Deulofeu from Barcelona. The team had taken their football to a next level under Garcia. The attacking trio of Deulofeu, Troy Deeney and Andre Gray was supplied by Roberto Pereira. These forward-thinking players had adapted well to Garcia's tactics, and the results showed during the campaign. Watford had occupied an incredible 8th spot by matchday 35. With their Premier League survival all but assured, I think they threw those remaining 3 league fixtures in order to prepare for their FA Cup final against Manchester City. They lost the final 6-0. In the 2018-19 season, Javi Garcia's Watford finished 11th. The 2019-20 season was one which really encapsulated the highs and lows of football. At the outset, they brought in club record signing Ismaila Sarr from Stade Rennais for a reported £30 million and secured the services of Arsenal's Danny Welbeck. After a poor start to the season, wherein they lost 3 of their opening 4 fixtures, Watford was rooted to the foot of the table and Garcia was sacked. The club announced the return of former manager Quique Sanchez Florence. After less than 90 days in charge, Sanchez took them from 20th to 20th with his only victory against Norwich. The club appointed Nigel Pearson, who was tasked with ensuring Premier League status for the next campaign. At that point in time, Pearson had 23 games, which is more than half a season to do it in. He lost his first game. However, there was a palpable change in the team. It was an incredibly strong attacking performance, which followed suit in the next match day, where they beat Manchester United 2-0 at Vicarage Road for their first home win of the season. Their impressive attacking form continued, and in February 2020, Watford defeated Liverpool in a Premier League match. Prior to that, Liverpool had equalled Manchester City's record for 18 straight Premier League victories and won a 44-game unbeaten streak. Caps off to Pearson. By matchday 36, the Watford manager guided the club to 17th on the log and, crucially, out of the relegation zone. This was not enough and he was sacked with 2 games remaining. They went down on the final day by 1 point despite having 3 permanent managers during the season. This time around, I think they will be a bit tougher to break down. They have a primary setup of a 4-3-3 formation, which they deployed for majority of their fixtures in the Championship, and I think it'll be the same in this campaign. Now, the goalkeeper situation is a bit tricky. Both keepers have made 23 league appearances each. Ben Foster is 38 and was nursing a broken finger last season when they gave their second-choice keeper a run-out. Daniel Bachmann was their keeper for the latter part of the season and had an impressive Euro campaign, starting all of Austria's fixtures, so I think they're going to stick with him this time around. They have secured the services of Premier League veteran Danny Rose. Seralta and Truest Ekong seems to be the chosen centre-back partnership. However, there is sufficient backup in Cabecela and Cathcart, who both have Premier League experience. The back four is completed by Messina and Kiko Femina, who are incredibly important for them. Messina was in the PFA Championship Team of the Year. Kiko Femina has a great relationship with Sa, and I think that flank will see a lot of action. Watford place a lot of resilience on their midfield three. Tom Cleverley, Will Hughes, and Nathaniel Chalobah have been very aggressive under new head coach Cisco. Chalobah picked up 12 yellow cards, and this was a championship high. They generally string a few passes together before looking to set off one of their attackers with a through ball. They're good at intercepting passes, with Etienne Capoue generally winning the ball for them before releasing it. Capoue has made a permanent move to Villarreal. However, Watford have acquired the services of Peter Itebo from Stoke on a season-long loan. They are known for possession football and like to play in their half. This could prove dangerous against fit teams that deploy an organized press. I think Will Hughes will be the standout performer in this team. He is a calculated player who picks up great positions. I think he will show his versatility during this campaign, and he is my pick of the lot. I don't see any fireworks happening up front. In this campaign, I actually peg Watford to score around 35 goals. They have loads of attackers. Primary threats are Ismail Assar and João Pedro, neither of which have the physical level that the league demands. They have added Josh King and Ashley Fletcher, both formerly of Manchester United. Their main source of attack is through the wings. Ken Sema and Kiko Femina generally beat their man and fire low crosses or cutbacks across the box. Now, I think both these players have good crossing ability, and both Pedro or Sa can get into space and apply a finishing touch. But I'm seeing more and more Premier League teams lining up with three centre backs, so it's easy to defend against attacks like these. It will be interesting to see how Pedro and Sa react should Watford not be able to square the ball to them. If these forwards aren't able to get a foothold in the game, I think the manager will call upon Troy Deeney or Andre Gray, who have got years of Premier League experience. Both these players are able to hold the ball up and have presence in the box. I think Isak's success may have the odd cameo appearance here and there. I truly hope Ismail Sarr returns to his sensational form in their bid for survival last time around. He was virtually unplayable during the second half of that 1920 season. He was virtually unplayable during the second half of that 2019-20 season. He comes into the campaign on the back of 13 goals, 86 shots, and 57 attempts in the box. In conclusion, they are relegation threatened. I don't think they are ready to compete at this level. The team is really about damage control, so I can't see them conceding 5 or 6 in a game. Watford collectively picked up 80 yellow cards in the Championship last season, the most of any team. This is testament to their defensive solidity. After all, the team conceded 30 goals in 46 games. Watford were a Premier League club for years, so I don't think they have any financial issues, and they probably are stronger financially than the other promoted clubs. I think they're going to be in the relegation fight with Burnley, Palace, and Newcastle, but their defensive solidity should see them through. I think they will stay up, but I don't think they'll finish above 15th due to their lack of firepower. I think their midfield is stronger than some of those around them, which is why I think they have the best chance of survival out of the promoted teams.